Right guys, welcome back. Now let's talk about the second section today. The name is called leadership. What is the entire name for this paper? ACCA SBL. The entire name for that is Strategy Business Leader. We've finished to talk about the strategy. And now let's move on to talk about the leadership. What is something missing? Is business. What is business? Business is your commercial acumen, which will be talked about during your professional competencies, which is not going to talk about today. Maybe next time, I'm going to show you how to become commercially viable, how to have a business eye on different decisions. Right? That's another topic. We'll put it on next time. And today, let's come back to the leadership. Right? So in leadership, there are basically two different fundamental theories you have to study. The first one, we call them a trait theory. What is a trait, guys? Trait means quality. Trait means quality. In simple English, study shows that some managers, the famous boss or leaders or managers in the world, they shared the same traits, same qualities. In order to be a leader, in order to be a boss, in order to be a manager or professional manager, they possess the similar traits or similar qualities. And what are them? And we need to study them and memorize them. In your exam, you need to tell the examiners what qualities does this boss have and what qualities does he need to be possessed further. If he's not have that potential, maybe we will need to recruit a new manager here. All right, guys, to fulfill their duty. So this is the trait theory, which is easy. We study the traits and apply the traits in your exam. Okay? And next one, let's talk about the behavioral theory. Behavioral theory is further divided into another two fundamental theories. The first one is X and Y theory. The second one is managerial grid. Perhaps we talk about the managerial grid first because that's easy, right? So now, guys, let's put them away first and focus on the trait. So trait theory, we have a definition. Do we have to memorize that? No, we just need to read it through, understand the basic meaning of it. That's enough. No need to memorize. Let's read it together. The trait theory believes that some people are inherently suited. The keyword is inherently. That means naturally born with. Naturally born with. Suited to positions of leadership. Why? Because they possess necessary or appropriate personal qualities or personal traits to be as a professional manager. So consider that, ladies and gentlemen, you are sitting in front of me. I guess some of you are managers. So I think you have the rights to answer these questions directly without looking further. So what qualities do we have? Some people say maybe you have to be patient. Sometimes they say you have to be hardworking or have the ability to work under pressure or intrapersonal relationship and interpersonal relationship, or even we have the commercial acumen, something like that, right? So let's check next one, ladies and gentlemen. These are three famous world leaders, the business leaders in the world. And who are them? Jack Ma, Alibaba, Richard Branson, Virgin Group, and Elon Musk, the Tesla or SpaceX. So what are the traits they have? Let's read it together. First one, Jack Ma, visionary. About 30 years ago, he quit his teaching job and to become a businessman, starting their startup business with only 4 or 5 people. And after that, they have about 12 people, and they get the first bunch of money from Jiuzhai, Taiwan. And after that, he become a millionaire. And I'm gonna have to use about maybe 30 or 20 minutes to talk about Jack Ma, but not today. So Jack Ma is very cool guy, and he has a visionary qualities. And the second one is charismatic. That means he is full of energy. He is very positive in terms of the decisions, and he always see through the things with positive eyes to see the future with great passion. That's charismatic, and everybody respect him, and his employee rely on him. So he is the spirit. This is the second one, charismatic trait. And the third one is hardworking. Yes, everybody today now have to work very hard. So basic fundamental trait. And the fourth one is the flexible. That means in terms of the decision, he is not possessive. He is not that decisive in terms of the flexibility. That means if you are right, if you're the employee, you are right, he listens to you and he will empower you. What is empower? That means give his power and delegate his decision-making authorities to the subordinates. So this is flexible. Right. So Jack Ma has the basic 4 traits. Memorize it. Sometimes we're going to use that in your exam. And the second one is Richard Branson. Richard Branson is the guy that I loved the most when I was young. Right. Why is that? Because I think he's an entrepreneur. He's a true explorer. He is willing to take greater risks than other guys. You know, he even has his own space aircraft. We used to have a company. Is the joint venture between the British Air and the Air France, and they have a product named Concorde. So Concorde normally is a double supersonic. The speed is very fast. It's an aircraft that's super fast, double supersonic. And Richard Branson started to make a business after the joint venture broken up. So he started to have a triple supersonic speed airplanes since about 10 years ago. I'm waiting for that. I've been looking forward for that. So if he has that plane, I will be the first bunch of customers. Right? All right, guys. And let's check his traits. The first one is he is a very hands-on manager. Very hands-on manager. He knows the details, and he'd like to get involved with the day-to-day management and the day-to-day working. He's a working guy. And the second one is empower. It's like Jack Ma. These leaders shares the same qualities. He'd like to delegate and empower his employee with the decision-making authorities, and he's sitting behind sometimes just to watch them and tell them whenever the inappropriate decision-making processes. Right? And the third one, decisive, especially during the emergency situation. Ladies and gentlemen, remember, during your exam, if there's an emergent situation, you do not delegate your decision-making authorities to the staff anymore. You have to take them back. As a leader, you need now to make the decision immediately rather than delegation. So decisive at the right moment. Positive. It's the same as Jack Ma. Positive, he always sees the right thing. And he refused the negative attitudes by his employee. When he recruits, his recruitment and selection policy is always recruit those guys with the positive attitude into the company. Right? Third one, Elon Musk. I guess the young people like him a lot. This is the basic model of Iron Man in Marvel Studio. So SpaceX and Tesla are his major products. He even set up the super factories in Shanghai, and we've been looking forward to his new product. And after that, what are his traits? The first one is entrepreneurial. What is entrepreneurial? That means you dare to face the difficulty. You dare to face the challenge, even if the challenge or even if the competitor is huge enough who have the power to wipe you out. This is entrepreneur. And entrepreneur also has another meaning of explorer. He'd like to test the new things and test the different areas and always challenge something taken for granted. So this is entrepreneur spirit basically. After that, we have the second one called passionate. Passionate means positive attitude towards the life. So he loved the creatures, loved the nature, very passionate about his life. So I guess there's there's a still interview between Jack Ma and Elon Musk online. If you're interested, you can search that video between these two. You know, when the interviewer asked Jack Ma some questions, he's very serious in that questions, but Elon Musk was very funny guy, you know, totally two different ways. So he's passionate. And then after that, innovation, very creative guy. And the last one is the energized. That means full of energy. He do not need to sleep that much. So, ladies and gentlemen, as far as I am concerned, I actually know some of the famous business leaders in the world, and because I used to coach those 500 Fortune companies for their financial training courses. So, when I talked with them, I found out that many of them, they share the same qualities and basically are like that. So in your exam, these are the answers you are about to write down, and I've also summarized some of the key traits for you to memorize specifically for SBL exam, because these traits has appeared in your exam questions. The first one, ladies and gentlemen, let's check. The first one is intelligence. Intelligence means to have a great potential to see the business opportunities and have the very good potential to help the company turn around. So let me help you to summarize a little bit. Intelligence means commercial acumen, and intelligence also means to help the company turn around. So you need to have a turnaround strategy when the company is declined seriously. Then after that, second is people skill. People skill means intrapersonal skill. Intrapersonal means people and people talk together, like each other. Some people, they are very individual. Some of them do not want to interact collectively. They would like to self-study and self-research. So this kind of guy is very good at research and development department, not to be as a business leader, right? So people skill is very good, is very important as the basic communication skills to be possessed. Communication, right? So let me write it down. Communication. And the third one, decisiveness. That means when you want to make a decision, you make it quick, you make it with the authority. Don't always talk about with others, because when others are influential, your decision will be influenced as well. So decisiveness means to make decisions immediately and quickly. Immediately, quickly, and with authority. All right, first one, work under pressure. Right, this is something very useful, especially when you work in the auditing firm such as Big Four. Right, and the fifth one is creativity and innovation. That means new things. Right, always embrace the future, embrace the new things. And the sixth one is competency. Competency in terms of the professional knowledge, and always up to date, and refuse and avoid those outdated or reluctancy things. This is competencies, and with due care, right? And the seventh one is trustfulness. Trustfulness means trust or belief. When they see you, they trust you, they believe in you, because everything you said has been proved truth, right? But as a leader, don't always easily give them a promise. If you promise something, you have to do it, right? And number 8 is emotional stability. That means you have to control your temper. Control your temper. This is it, guys. No choice. These are the 8 different traits You have to memorize it before your exam. Let's check the exam questions. Question time again, ladies and gentlemen. Machine shop question number 5. Let's read it together. It is now June 2018. You are an audit partner. Now your position is audit partner, the boss in the audit firm at Moran and Chatham, the similar companies as before. Responsible for audit of a machine shop. You have developed a good working relationship with Dave Dean. Dave Dean is the company leader in machine shop. So Dave Dean is the one who asks for your advisory services, and you worked as the audit partner. So Dave has asked you in confidence that he would like to spend less time managing the day-to-day operation. Less time. That means he'd like to delegate operations to pursue other interests. Perhaps he is tired. He needs to be preparing for his retirement, maybe. And he is thinking of appointing new CEO. From outside machine shop. That means not from the existing management, to take over his operational responsibilities, and would like your opinion on whether it would be a good idea for him to stay on as a chairman. That means previously until now, he is the chairman. He is also the CEO in the company. Is he okay? Is it acceptable? That means one person act as a CEO at the same time act as the chairman in the company. Is it all right? Yes, in the corporate governance, CEO and a chairman are strongly not recommended to be one person, but acceptable, especially when the company is not listed, and especially when the company is family-owned based, or even if they are listed companies. If this is in Europe, especially with the great insider system rather than outsider systems such as US and UK or even China, right? These are acceptable. In simple English, chairman, CEO, ladies and gentlemen, listen carefully. This is something, the rule. Chairman, CEO in corporate governance are strongly not recommended to be one person. But if it's one person, it's acceptable, especially in the following circumstances. First, insider system. What is insider system? This is corporate governance. Insider system is totally different from outsider system. Outsider system, that means the outsider runs your company to be your company's professional managers. Happens in US jurisdiction, UK legitimate systems, and even the China, mainland China legitimate systems. Acceptable is outsider system, and even in Hong Kong as well, outsider system. But in Japan, in Germany, in Switzerland, the North Europe companies, they are very, very established company with a strong family-owned base. They are about to go on listed themselves, but the jurisdiction allow them to have one person acting with these two roles. It's called insider system. In simple English, insider system allows that. Outsider system normally disallow, but if you explain properly, it's still okay, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first one, right? If the company about to list it, and if it's a non-listing company, okay, acceptable. Non-listing company like a family-owned based company, family-owned business, totally alright. Okay, guys. So let's read it one more time, quickly. It is now June 2018. You are an audit partner at Moran Chatham, responsible for audit of machine shops. You have developed a good working relationship with Dave Dean. Dave has just asked you in confidence that he would like he spent less time managing the day-to-day operations to pursue the other interests. He is thinking of appointing a new CEO from outside machine shop to take over his operational responsibility, and would like your opinion whether it would be a good idea for him to stay on as a chairman continuously. he would also like your views on the desirable qualities. Now, here is the key word, desirable qualities of a new CEO. Ladies and gentlemen, the first question, write a letter. Do you know how to write down a letter in the formal way? Yes, if you do not, never mind. We have lessons to teach you how to write down the letters in SBL exams later, not today. And discuss the advantage and disadvantage of David staying on as chairman after a new CEO has been appointed. So you need to tell the examiners or the markers that what are those advantages you believe that he acted like a chairman after he retired as a CEO. For example, like a business familiarity, right? For example, like a system familiarity. The customer recognizes him from the commercial point of view. If he stays as a chairman, the customer will keep shopping with you, right? Because they share the same value, as we have talked about it before previously, right? There are some advantages. And what about the disadvantages? If he's still staying on as a chairman, he maybe act like a barrier to stop the company to move forward. Because when the new CEO arrives, if he would like to go for some change management, go for some changes, and you still staying as a chairman, he will not be easily pushing his ideas with implementations. Do you agree? Yes. So these are basically some clear disadvantages and advantages that we can think about it. But the entire questions have to be analyzed based on the entire comprehensive scenarios. Without reading the scenarios, we cannot give them the answers directly. Right? And this is the A. And second one, explain the qualities which a new CEO of Machine Shop, the name of the company called Machine Shop, should possess. And the professional marks will be given on the commercial acumen. That means you need to tell them the qualities that he needs to have. At the same time, those qualities will help the machine shop to turn around, or to help the machine shop to have more, to be more profitable in terms of their revenue taking, or in terms of their markets, new market acquisition, or even the new market development, or the new company acquisition. So this is the question number B, ladies and gentlemen. The second question is 10 marks. Totally testing these things. If you can memorize these 8 different qualities, I believe you that question number B, 10 marks are all yours. How many qualities do we need to present? Only 5. If you present the 5 qualities, you earn 5 marks. But at the same time, you need to analyze the reason why you think this quality is good for machine shop, and you have to tell them the reasons that you believe them in, right? With the entire scenarios. So that rank for another mark. So 1 mark plus another mark, 2 marks times 5 different qualities, you earn the enough 10 marks. And the professional marks too will be given if your answer has the commercial eye. All right, guys, easy? Easy questions. We will not talk deeply about these questions because we have to read the entire questions if we want to do that. Not today, not during this short session, perhaps next time. All right, guys, and we're going to take a short break after that, and we will be able to talk about the second theories of the leadership. All right, guys, enjoy, please.